everybody, and welcome to Hampton High School. Tonight, the Crabbers of Hampton take on the Bruins of Bethel. Mike Hauser along with Brent Musgrove and all of the other folks here at WHCS Channel 46. Welcome to Hampton High School. Let's send it down to courtside where Brent has Lamont Struthers, the new head coach of the Bethel Bruins.
Thanks, Mike. I'm here with Coach Struthers from the Bethel Bruins, first-year head coach. You took over a team that last year was 28-1. A lot of people saying, well, how's this going to go? And here you are, 11-3, I believe, overall for the season. You're starting 3 sophomores and winning well. And here we come in tonight. I want you to do me a favor and talk a little bit how this team has come together for you.
Well, we come together well. We're still a young team. We have one senior that hasn't played. That's only one senior that's played a lot of minutes over the years, and we have everyone else is basically still new to the game. So we've learned to play the game. We play hard, and what you'll see tonight, and hopefully everybody will see, that we play hard. Now, whether we come out on the winning end or the losing end, remains to be seen. But at least we're going to play hard.
Well, I noticed in practice that's your whole theme. You give me 110%, and what comes out is what comes out. But that's what you're asking for. Do me a favor. You had a tough game against Mitchfield the other night. Has that affected your players, or how have you brought them together since that game?
Well, what I told the guys, just like that night after the game, I told them not to worry about it. Just go home. I'll see you tomorrow, because you can't dwell on. You have other games. So you have another game on Friday, which is a big hype game like tonight, or like Tuesday night. So hey, we gotta let that one go. And I know it still weighs on your psyche, but you have to let it go and come back and play.
All right, one last question, let you get back to your people. It's going to be a two-parter. What do you expect tonight from the Crabbers? Everybody knows they're fast, they're quick, they're not real tall, so what do you expect to see?
Well, since we played them before already, they're scrappy and they're aggressive, and so I expect them to come out the same way tonight, come out aggressive, and then they added Tyrod, and he's an athletic, he's a specimen in himself, so that's gonna, we have to wait and see what he brings to the table, but before that, since we played him last time, they're aggressive, and we're going to try to combat that being aggressive as well.
What do you see you have to do to control that situation? Control the ball, set the pace, what?
We have to control the ball, set the pace, limit our turnovers, and that's basically it. And I think we can come out, playing fair.
Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to come over. Good luck, great first year, and looking forward to many more. Thanks again. Back to you, Mike.
All right, thanks, Brent. The Hampton Crabbers 13-2 on the season, 11-1. What can you say? The Crabbers, basically the boys have the same record right now as the girls. The girls started this game tonight and took care of business with the Lady Bruins. The Crabbers won that one. Let's send it back down to courtside again, where Brent now has Walter Brower, the head basketball coach here at Hampton.
Thanks, Mike. I've got Coach Brower here, senior coach in the district, 13-1 right now, 11-1 in Peninsula District. Very long week for you. It's almost like the pros. This is your third game in 4 days. Is that right? What's it done to the team?
Well, you got to schedule games like this because of 3 nights in a row during the Peninsula District Tournament, and you get in the regionals, you're playing back-to-back, so you got to prepare for that.
Well, does this help Tyrod's legs any when he's having to run like this?
Well, we're playing him into shape. He's gradually getting there, but he's not there yet.
I want to talk to you about a couple of your players. Of course, everybody's familiar with Reginald Hicks. Tell us a little bit about him, what he means to your team, Coach.
Well, Reginald Hicks is a player that can play every position on the court. He can play point guard if we need him, 2 guard, 3. He can go inside. So he's a definite asset, and he's been our leader up until, the time that Tyrod came aboard.
One more young man, Tony Holloway. I've watched him 2 games now. When he gets hot, he's a spot-up shooter if I've ever seen one.
Well, he's a pure shooter. He's been on the team now. This is his 3rd year, and, we've groomed him to play 2 positions with point guard as well as 2 guard. And as you said, if he gets hot, he can fill it up.
One last question, Coach. You're playing Bethel for the 2nd time. You got Tyrod back. What do you expect to see from Bethel tonight? What are you going to do about it?
Well, I expect them to come out and play well. That wasn't the real Bethel High School that played Mitchfield. It's going to be a struggle in here tonight. It's probably going to go down to the wire again.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. I've always enjoyed talking with you, and thanks for the help during the week. Good luck tonight. We'll see you next one. Thanks, Mike. Back to you, buddy.
All right, Brent, as Brent works his way back over here, we'll show you the officials for today's game. As soon as Andy can throw them up there, we'll try to get them up there before we actually get started here in the of the game. There they are. Your referee is Royce Bowden. Your umpires are Joe Tyne and J.J. Foster. That's the crew that's going to work the contest tonight here at Hampton High School. And as soon as Andy can throw up the starting lineups, we'll give you the starters from Bethel High School. As the Bruins, 11-3 on the season, come in here and visit and take on the Hampton Crabbers, who are 13-2 on the season and 11-1, tied for the top spot here in the Peninsula District with the Menchville Monarchs and the Woodside Wolverines. So right now is a three-way scuffle for the first place in the Peninsula District championship race.
Thanks for covering me for, Mike. At my age, it's hard getting up and down them steps and back and forth.
We all know that.
We'll have to take a break and go
we all
somewhere.
know what that's like. So the starting lineups, Andy, throw them up there, and we'll go ahead and show. And they are announcing the Bruins of Bethel High School.
Okay, you got Adrian Webb, John Tell Evans, Tyre Lee, Bill Weaver, and Darrell Walker. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I've watched them at practice. It's a hustling group of people. And 3 sophomores in this group.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a group that they want this game bad.
Oh, they will. After what happened to them Tuesday night. If you want to tell, I don't know if you talked about it because I was down on the floor, but they lost pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, they lost by 40 points to Menchville.
And that's the worst. That's the worst beating they've ever had. And I'm going to tell you what, when I went over to talk to Coach during the week after the game, just like you saw him right there, very calm about it. There's a lot of respect in that gym between Lamont Struthers and those players. I'm going to tell you
Lamont Struthers, the first-year coach here in the Peninsula District, well-known in the area because he was an All-American at CNU in college and played a little bit of pro ball. That's right. So now the Hampton Crabbers starting lineup is being announced. There's Taylor, and show them up there, Andy, and we'll let everybody see who the starters for the Hampton Crabbers are.
As you can see for the Hampton Crabs, Reginald Hicks, a great player. Tyrod Taylor, everybody knows. Tony Holloway, a pure shooter. Chris Johnson, strong to the boards. And Mark Johnson the same way. And all of those guys can draw up and shoot, by the way. I'm going to tell you.
But just remember, everybody's got to remember, too, that Tyrod Taylor has not played any basketball all the way until about a week and a half ago.
This is his 4th game.
He didn't play any basketball at all during the first half of the season because he was part of the U.S. Army All-Star Classic down in San Antonio, Texas, and he played a little bit in that game, and so his legs are not there, and it was obvious Wednesday when we went to watch the Crabbers play.
He got it together a little bit in the second half.
In the second half, though, it looked like he put it second gear in as he was outrunning everybody.
It was amazing to watch.
And but his shots in the first half were coming up short.
Jump shots. That's what I said. The coach has said that. We're going to. I've seen him play 3 games now. And he's not come out of the game. And
I'm not real sure why he has the white sleeve over his right arm like that. I didn't hear of any kind of a injury.
That's not a follow-up to a former Bethel player, is it, that wears that sleeve? I don't know. That's the first time I've seen it. I had noticed it before.
So here we go, folks. Start it off.
Bethel controls the ball.
Takes the opening tip as we get going here at Hampton. And this is going to be entirely different from what we looked at a half hour ago when we watched the girls play, as the Lady Crabbers took care of business with a 30-point win over the Bruins.
But I want to thank the coaches for taking the time. Usually right before a game like that, it's very difficult. We didn't get the opportunity to do that for the girls' game. So draws up for a 3-pointer, and it's good.
Trey Lee on a 3.
6'4" sophomore, folks. Real hustler.
You'll see the Bethel Bruins move the ball around the outside of the key, consistently looking for the open shooter.
Hampton likes to go inside as much as they can, even though they're not as tall as you might think.
Reginald Hicks, number 2, now has the ball down inside. Almost lost that one. Little jumper there by the Crow. Nice rebound, but too much on the back as Chris Johnson on the rebound couldn't put it back in. There's a walk. So the Bruins are going to pick up their first
pass inside, and they just drug that for his feet a little bit. Great pass.
3-0 Bethel out in front early here in the first quarter.
Of course, we just did the girls' game, and here we are starting with the boys' game. And I'm going to tell you what, the girls' game was a good game. Bethel fought hard with a young team. But I'm going to tell you, Bethel here, right here, we could see anything. They had a rough game Tuesday night. And
Nice
they're
shot
coming
by
back
Hicks.
with a lot of heart tonight, I think.
Reginald Hicks puts the ball in on a nice little drive to the hoop.
That's a senior you've got to watch, at Hicks. He scored 29 the other night. We didn't even
And
see
very
it.
quiet
Very
29.
quiet 29. But he did everything.
That's, you know, when we left that court, we had no idea that young man had 29 points.
What a block. Great block.
Great block by Chris Johnson.
Tyrod
for
just
the
took the
Crabbers.
ball right away
And
from
he'll
him.
take it all the way to the hoop.
Oh, it got stolen.
He is stripped. Adrian Webb. Touch in there, no good.
And Taylor right under there to get the rebound after he lost the ball.
Taylor got absolutely swiped. I mean, he was stripped. Almost throws it away, and he does.
Yep.
Here the Bruins wants to run, and then he turns around and turns it over. That's Adrian Webb for the Bruins as he loses possession.
Tyrod's going to slow this thing down a little bit and get a play going here. 3-2 in favor of Bethel here at the very start of the game. Everybody's been up and down the court a lot, Mike, but
yep, a couple of turnovers involved there too.
Good.
And
Take it to the hole. Draw the
Chris
foul.
Johnson taking it to the hole, and he is hammered. See who the foul's called on. 42.
Darryl Walker, I think.
Dariel Walker picks up his first, and here's a replay of it.
Hey, well, this is one of those you're not going to make it. I mean, he's going to stop this shot.
First free throws off the back of the rim, no good.
This is where Hampton had, they were 6 of 15 against Kickingham or Warwick the other day when I saw
That
that.
overtime game, yeah.
Yeah,
They
6 of
did a little
50.
bit better Wednesday night.
At the same
Free
time-
throw shots are ones that they're free. That's what they're called.
Yep.
I mean, you got to take advantage of.
They're big points.
A lot of points can be scored with the clock not running. So
Tie
that
game
ties it up 3-3 here early in the first period. Nice passing around. Told you that you'd see a lot of ball movement. That ball's a little bit on the short side. Tyrod kind of tiptoe, yeah.
Yes, there's a little bit of circus there.
Oh, nice pass underneath, and he's hammered.
42 again. That's going to be his second. That's going to be
And-
Dariel Walker's second foul.
44, Chris Johnson for the Crabbers is going to go to that might be an outside, yep. So Walker's picked up 2 real fast
Too quick.
fouls here in the first quarter.
That comes with youth. You know, you're
Holloway.
playing 3 sophomores, and you'll reach a little bit more. You'll try to make the better play a little bit more.
Oh, nice
Great
pass
pass.
underneath from Hicks to who did he pass it to?
44. That was Chris Johnson.
So
Yeah,
he
one of the
picks up a
starters.
basket. Crabbers out in front now, 5-3. 4:45 to go here in the opening period. Crabbers trailed early 3-0, and has come back and scored the next 5 points.
Draw up jumper right
Shot
there.
right at
34.
at the foul line. That's 34.
That's Bill
Marvin
Weaver.
Lipford. Marvin Lipford. No, I'm sorry, Bill Weaver.
Yeah, there we go. We'll get it.
Marked it in the wrong spot.
There's Weaver right there. Now, if he gets hot, folks, you watch out. Young man can light it up. Hampton was down 10 against Warwick in the third quarter the other night. In about a minute and a half, he had 2 threes and a 2. And
Are you talking about Holloway?
no, yeah, Holloway,
Tony
number 14.
Holloway.
Yeah. He
Called
just-
Weaver.
Weaver. That's what I said, didn't
No,
I?
Weaver's Bethel.
Well, we were
Holloway's
close.
Hampton.
You want to correct me on air, didn't
14
you?
is a
You
14.
had to do that. You don't get the chance to do that at
I'm
home.
sorry.
That's all right. I knew you just wanted to do that.
Now.
Later. Tony Holloway, he just lit it up the other night. And then we saw him at Kickingham when he hit 2 straight threes
He
just
did.
to break it open. And
That's right. He broke it open in the third quarter, and the Crabbers had a small lead at halftime, and then just blew them away in the third quarter and coasted Mason basically the rest of the way. Nice drive to the hole, but it's
Good
left it
rebound.
just a little bit short.
That was Hicks. It went up and just took that ball off
Hicks
the
takes
front
the
of the rim.
ball all the way down to court, passes the ball off to. Not real sure what the
Calling foul
whistle
on 23,
was.
I think.
Dontel Evans picks up his first, team's third.
People might recognize that name. One awesome running back for Bethel this year on the football team. Over 1,000. He's a sophomore. Over 1,000 yards. Just split the 2 up and take it to
Johnson
the
just
bucket.
takes the ball right to the hole on his own. He's got 5.
Of the 7. Now that's an extra step I don't understand. What a strip.
And that was Johnson on the strip.
Yep.
He had the Bethel shooter had him going up in the air and had no clue. Who was that called on?
Called a walk on Taylor. I don't understand it, but okay. I guess he rolled off of that back foot. He called the back foot the pivot foot.
Crabbers pick up their third turnover, and that's 3 apiece now for each team. Like getting ready to check in for the Crabbers over there is number 40, Braden Boone. He did a pretty good job in
He's the tallest player on the roster. He's 6'6".
And he is an 11th grader, so he'll be coming in there as soon as we have us another stoppage in play.
Hampton has definitely come out and play. It's almost a zone man.
And he drives right straight to the basket.
Left-handed. Nice shot.
Weaver puts the ball in. That's 4 points for him. That ties it up at 7 apiece. 2:44 to go.
In a 2-3 zone. They're going to make Hampton shoot from the outside.
There's Hicks.
There's Hicks if he can do it.
And driving to the hole, gets a hand on the ball is Johnson. Here goes Hicks again, driving, shoots it outside.
Tyrod first shot. Oh, in and out. You sound like, is there an echo in here? That was Taylor's first shot, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, I have to say one thing. Bethel is definitely penetrating. They're definitely
that was
taking
Mark
the ball.
Johnson on the rebound. Still 7-7.
And there's our boy right there. If he gets it, there it is. There
Tony
it is.
Holloway, first shot of the game for him.
Second shot. He missed the first one, but I'm going to tell you what, when he gets hot, it's another 3 attempt.
Taylor on
Just
a
went
rebound.
up and took it away.
Oh,
nice pass
underneath the Holloway.
To Hicks.
I'm sorry. That pass was from Taylor, and you can see his football throws there, boy.
And he let him perfect.
Yes, absolutely. 12-7 now, as the Crabbers have jumped out in front of the Bethel Bruins. A minute 48 to go here in the first quarter of play.
But on a little spurt, Bethel's got one of their people with 2 fouls, one of their leading players.
Watch the pass.
He takes the rebound above the taller player and goes down and draws up like he's going to shoot and spots Hicks right underneath. Perfect pass.
Good thing Hicks was looking for it, because if he didn't have his hands up, he might have had a bruise on the side of his head.
Band-Aids in his ear, I'll tell you that.
Yes, indeedy. And there's your lovely wife on the screen.
There's my bride, sitting next to the legend of Lee Street, Norm Small.
I thought you weren't going to call him that tonight.
Well, he just gave me a hard time tonight, but we'll make up for it when we go to dinner.
A minute and 40 to go. 12-7, Crabbers out in front. 3-point shot outside the top of the key. No good.
Oh, reaching in.
He stepped on the line.
I want you to watch
this. That was Adrian Webb.
You get a chance to watch his 14 for Bethel, Meredith. Now, I've watched him play before. He's got a lot of hustle. He just seems to get in a lot of places at the right time. Doesn't look like he's fast, but he's there. He's quick. He he shows a lot of moxie. That's all I can say. There's our boy right there. What I tell you, Holloway, 2 threes right there. He can break it open. 15-7, a minute to go in the first quarter. Hampton on top.
2 consecutive threes by Holloway has really stretched out the lead now to 8 points. Bruins number 4, Dickerson.
They have driven to the hole and had shots at least 6-7 times and just can't capitalize on it.
Taylor,
what a pass
underneath from Taylor to Johnson. Chris Johnson,
I mean, it was so hard you couldn't get your hand in there to stop it.
7 points now for Johnson here in the first quarter, as the Crabbers have opened up a 10-point lead by the Bruins.
Nice
that
pass.
was a pretty pass.
Nice pass.
Looks like the foul's going to be called on Chris Johnson, and he was going to make sure them 2 points didn't go in.
Folks, while we got a little break here, let's talk about our staff that's helping us here tonight.
We have a staff here.
We have the staff.
We have a staff.
Yes.
We have a staff.
Spent my entire life that one. Anyway, but here at this game, we have a staff. Of course, on camera, we got Nate Braxton, Susan Bowers, Ron Baton, and Steve Fryer. I haven't seen Steve tonight. Is he here? Here's a replay of this attempted block right here. I mean, he just all
attempted block.
Attempted to block that shot.
Attempted to block it.
That's right.
Missed the first free throw. Now he's going to go for his second one. That one's left short.
And there he is. I'm talking about Meredith, that young man. Short, he's 5'11".
Taylor almost had that one. There's Meredith over, and he passes the ball underneath. He gave up a 3-point shot.
That's a foul on 40.
Throws the ball over to Bill Weaver, and he puts the ball in and is fouled.
On graphics and animation, we got Andy Foley. Your turn.
My turn.
Okay. Here, show this again.
Andy Foley.
There you go. You said it right. Go shot. Shot was good.
Foul was on Boone. his first.
That's our first 2 points in about 3 minutes, isn't it?
Bethel, yes.
Yeah, for Bethel.
Down to 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter as Weaver makes the three-pointer.
20 for Bethel is coming in. That's Marquise Jordan. He's another junior, 5'11" guard. Putting a little press on here in the last 14 seconds.
A little bit more than 14 seconds to go here before the end of the quarter. And Tyrod being pressured takes the ball right down the court. Passes the ball off to Hicks. He throws the ball outside.
Oh, man. Had a wide open shot. A little short. That was for Hampton in there at 32.
That was Stephen Hobson. He wasn't anywhere near that one. But we're at the end of the first quarter.
I talked to Coach about Steve Hobson earlier. He's a young man, sophomore. And he said on defense, he is just so quick. He just bothers other players. He's low, gets down in there.
Saw that a lot Wednesday night.
Yeah, he just got his hands underneath. Every time you tried to dribble, his hands were in there messing with you somewhere.
17-10. Crabbers out in front at the end of one here at Hampton High School. Mike Hauser along with Mr. Brent Musgrove and the rest of the
As we get back
47.
to it, as I said, Andy Foley on animation and graphics. Slow motion, instant replay. Mike Nowinski. Mike doing a great job like everybody else. Camera control operator is Sarah Myers. Production assistant Ray Camden. She takes care of all of us. Paperwork, everything.
Well,
make sure we know who's showing up.
She's the one who goes and gets the food when we have our football games. Yeah, absolutely.
Andy, audio and chief engineer Don Scharouse, of course. He always keeps us straight and gets this thing running. Director and producer, main man Scotty Bauer, who keeps the humor coming in our ears here when we're not paying attention.
The big guy.
He's the big guy. Yes, he is. Of course, I'm working here with my buddy, old Mike Hauser. He stays on the TV all year long, big Showtime guy. And he'll be on the Ed Sullivan Show next year if they bring him back. It's going to be difficult, but they might get him back. Just for you.
I'm not even going to.
That's the only chance you got.
No.
That's the only chance you got. Tyrod's bringing the ball in. Hampton's ball open up the second quarter.
All right, 17-10. Here we go. Tyrod now gets the ball across midcourt. Being pressured there by the Bruins, number 23, John
Bangs it off the glass.
Just a bit hard. And then they throw it away.
Hampton's ball. But I'm going to tell you what. He put a nice shot up there off that glass.
Turnovers in the first half. The Bruins had 5.
Tyrod's taken 2 shots so far. But I'm going to tell you what, just watching his assists, that's worth the show, isn't it?
Absolutely.
He's made a couple of passes in there already tonight.
Trying to work the ball under to Hicks. Pretty much bottled up there.
He got his own rebound and went right back up with it.
Gets it right back up there.
He's a workhorse, I'm telling you.
6 points on the game.
He is a workhorse. He's Hampton's leading scorer. Averaging about 19 a game, I think, something like that. Ball 3. Here we go.
Off the back of the rim. Rebounded again by the Bruins. Dontel Evans gets the rebound, takes it back outside. And there's a little short jump by Meredith off the rim. Rebounded by Johnson. There's a nice, perfect pass just off of the backboard for Mark Johnson. Just missed that one. 19-10. Crabbers out in front. 9-point lead here. About a minute to go. A minute gone here in the second quarter.
Hampton's missed 2 or 3 underneath too. So I mean, this could be a wider margin, but you got to go right back at Bethel. Bethel's had at least 5 shots at the underneath the board, and it just hadn't been able to capitalize.
That should be 2.
That's 2 right there.
Nice. Bill Weaver goes back in and gets his own rebound, puts the ball back up. And that's a classic case of following your shot.
Trying to play Tyler. That's his 3rd shot.
Tyrod off the back of the rim.
His own
gets
rebound.
his own rebound.
Hampton's ball. Well, I mean, he was about 8 feet away when he fed that ball back inside.
That ball was about an inch too long because it just barely hit the back of the rim and bounced straight out.
Got his own rebound, but I'm talking about that attempted at an assist underneath. That'll take the win out of you. Got Holloway out there handling the ball.
Holloway handling the ball right now.
Over to Hobson.
The young man we talked about a little while ago. Over here to Johnson.
Yep. You hear the fans here in the crowd saying you got to move. Everybody's standing still.
Holloway drives to the hole, puts it up off the back of the rim.
Hicks up there battling. And he gets,
And here comes. I tell you what, there was a position right there where Hicks should have passed the ball off to a wide open
man on the other side. And
that wide open person just happened to be Tony Holloway. And he was standing there right there waiting for it.
Yep, wide open.
That foul was charged against Adrian Webb, his first, team's 4th.
Hicks shooting at the line. Hits the first one. But Here's that pass we were talking about. You
7
can see Holloway standing wide open right there on the other side.
And that one rims and goes in.
9-point lead with 5:55 to go in the second quarter.
8 points now for Hicks in the first half.
Holloway out here checking the ball. He beat him. He beat him. Going to be on 14. Going to be on Holloway. Going. I'll tell you what. Got Adrian Webb. He quick. Two. You called that on 2?
Yep. Called it on Hicks.
And look who did the. Okay. Hicks ain't done nothing to him but block the shot.
That's a 3-pointer by number 14.
That's
Paul
Meredith. That's Meredith. Oh, come on. Dribble the ball. I don't understand.
How did he double walk with the ball?
When the ball's dribbled, I don't understand that. He anticipated a little bit, I think, because he definitely was dribbling the ball.
21-15. The Bruins have cut it to 6.
Yep. Hampton's resting a few people right now. They just let him blow by. That was 23. Cut it to 4.
Chantel Evans.
Great pass. Great pass by Tyrod. You talking about vision all the way across the court.
Chris Johnson picks that one up.
Got a little bit deep under the basket for that.
Taylor looking for the open shot.
There's
Here's Holloway. Here's Holloway.
Oh, just he's looking to break it open again. But Hobson checking the ball. Going quick there. Nice shot.
Nice play. Nice play by Adrian Webb.
Little draw up jumper.
His first basket of the game. Timeout called by the Crabbers.
He wants to control things. It's down to a 4-point lead. 4 fouls against the Bruins and 3 against the Crabbers. Nobody in shooting position yet. As far as
23-19 with 4:18 to go here before half.
9-point lead about a minute and a half ago, down to 4 now. So Bethel's making their little
Bruins have made a couple of little moves that have done a lot of penetrating. And they've done a good job.
Adrian Webb has been able to penetrate a couple of times.
There's one of them right here. A little give and go.
Was that Meredith? Was that 23? No, that was Evans. That's Jontel Evans. Yeah, that was a nice little give and go, like you say.
And the Crabbers have done some good job. They've done a good job underneath the basket, penetrating, but they haven't put it down. They're not finishing.
The last 2 minutes now, they put some subs in there. Brower's giving some rest. Try to rest some key people. And,
Holloway.
Tyrod is he? Yeah, he's back.
Johnson brothers and Reginald Hicks.
They're back with the starting lineup, I think.
Yep.
And
Bethel's
going back into a 1-3-1, it looks like.
Paul Shaw for the Crabbers, number 30 is in, so they've got one that is not a starter, and there's a nice job, nice defense. There's Tyrod for 3.
And he makes it. Yeah, he's got it. He gets hot, folks, along with Holloway.
Ooh. Good thing he didn't let loose with it, because Tyrod
was gone.
Tyrod was looking at that one. Oh, nice job as he beat Tyrod.
That's the simplest give and go there is, and they're using the smallest guy on the court for the pick.
Chantel Evans drives to the hole.
Just goes for the pass. He just gets a backdoor pass. Meredith came up and set a pick at the foul line, and he just went right by him and got the feed.
There's Holloway for 3. Nothing but net.
3 of them for him. Back up to an 8-point lead. 3 threes for him.
The Bruins are not going to be able to trade 3 threes for 2s here. There's Meredith on a little fake and a nice shot.
2-point shot. I told you he makes a difference.
That's 5 for Meredith in the first half. 3 minutes to go.
I've watched him before. He's a quiet guy. He contributes in so many little ways. Smart player, sets picks. And as Coach Struthers says, the other night when they played, they forgot all those basics. Oh man.
I tell you what, Chris Johnson put that ball up in the air and it fell through.
He got his feet taken out from under him and he got the pass. It was not
8-point lead for the Crabbers.
Here's Webb now. He's quick also.
Oh, what a pass underneath. Great job.
Yep.
Trey Lee on 2.
Webb bringing the ball
2:25
down.
as we've picked up here as the intensity has really jumped out at us in the last 2 minutes here. Tyrod on the far side of the court there.
Walked.
3 off the front of the rim.
Walked a little bit. Tyrod wanted a shot, so he let Webb bring it down.
And the ball goes off of the hands of Chris Johnson. It's Bethel ball. Trailing by 6, 31-25. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Bethel's getting what they want now. They're controlling the ball and they're walking it down. There he is for 3. Meredith. Nice block.
Johnson on the block.
Nothing but air.
Back out, set it back up again, guys.
Oh, he walked. Yes, he did.
He changed his pivot foot and got away with
From
it.
the corner.
Ball.
Oh, the jump ball.
Great
Good call.
That was a good call.
Good call.
Bethel ball. That's a turnover on the Crabbers.
Dana Jackson to the main doors, please. Dana Jackson.
Still 31-25, a minute and 30 to go. It's got a little hectic here in the last minute or so.
That's Paul Shaw, number 30. He's a junior, 6'2" junior to come in for relief a little bit. Here's Merritt from the corner. Hits it. All right, minute 15 to go. Let's see if Hampton can score with this ball now. They get still at a 6-point game. It's kind of got. Oh, look at the pass.
There's
what a great
Johnson
pass.
again underneath.
And if you saw that on replay, that was a left-handed pass by Tyrod. He put that ball in there
That's
left-handed.
13 points for Chris Johnson.
About 5 assists for Tyrod, I think.
Back out to an 8-point lead. We're down under a minute to go here. Webb over there as he pushes the ball
Nice
underneath.
shot.
Nice pass and a shot by number 24, Trey Lee.
Trey Lee, nice shot.
7 points for Lee. We're at 40 seconds to go.
Boy, that was a carry.
Traveling violation.
Bad call, folks. He's in the air when he passed the ball. That's twice that same official has called walking on him, and we ain't figured it out yet. Tyrod saying that's 2 times I've been in the air to pass the ball, and you've called me for walking.
.24 seconds on the clock that is running. And there's Tyrod just stealing it away. And he'll take it to the board. And off to the front of the board. Gets his own rebound and battles under there. Tyrod again.
Finally gets it.
3 shots to Taylor. Finally falls through.
Look to your left, folks.
5 seconds to go. 24
And
for the
let's-
Bruins takes a 3. It's off the back of the rim, and we're at the half.
We've got an 8-point game.
Hampton 35, Bethel 27 here at the half. Great first half, a lot of action.
Up and down. Both
Up and
teams,
down the court.
as the band says, it's a game of spurts.
Right.
It's a game of spurts.
Stay
Hampton,
tuned. Stay tuned for second half action. We'll be back shortly.
In a
here
minute.
at Hampton High School.
Welcome back to the Hampton Crabbers Bethel Bruins game here at the Hampton Crabbers gym, folks. We've got Mike Hauser here. He's got the stats for you on the first half, where Hampton leads 35-27. Mike, what you got away is who's running this show?
Right now, number 44 for the Crabbers, Chris Johnson, has been absolutely unbelievable underneath the basket. Tyrod Taylor is feeding him like rockets under there, and he's
Tyrod's got at least 5.
13 points for Johnson in the first half, followed by Reginald Hicks with 8. Tyrod has a 5, and Tony Holloway with 3 threes in the first half with 9 points. As far as the fouls are concerned, Chris Johnson has 1.
Evenly
Raymond
distributed.
Boone has 1, and Reginald Hicks has 1. They had 5 turnovers.
Only 7 total fouls called in the first half for both teams.
That's right. And for the Bethel Bruins, their leading scorer was Bill Weaver with 9.
There's some replay of some of the plays in the first half as you give those scores out.
He was followed by Trey Lee with 7, then Paul Meredith with 5, and then Jontel Evans had 4 and 2 for Adrian Webb. as far as the Bruins concerned, fouls-wise, they had 4. Dariel Walker picked up 2 quick fouls
right
in the
away,
first quarter.
more than the first 3 minutes.
And then after that, the only players that got fouls was Jontel Evans. He has 1, and Adrian Webb with 1. And they had 5 turnovers also in the first half. Well played first half.
I have to say that I think Coach Struthers might be, of course he's not winning, but he got to be happy that he's got this game this close. It's a 8-point
lead as we get ready to start the third period of play here at Hampton High School. The Crabbers out in front 35-27. And Mike Hauser along with Mr. Brent Musgrove and the rest of the crew here at WHCS Channel 46, where you get, what is it that Paul says, where you get all the sports when you want the sports or something like that.
All the sports all the time.
Speaking of Paul.
Yes.
We want to wish Paul
Paul
well.
Had a minor surgery this week. Minor. Minor surgery. I'm afraid to say that word today. Minor surgery this week, and I understand he's home. Probably laughing at the whole world, we hope. I hope everything's great for you, Paul, out there, buddy. And
we're thinking of you.
We're thinking of you and praying for you, son. So if anything you need, give us a call. Thank God it's not grass cutting season, because I know you'd call.
Tyrod Taylor for the Crabbers drives and pulls up. Crabbers, nice drive to the hole.
Hicks just went by him on a baseline, and 2 more.
That gives Hicks 10 on the night, so he's in double figures. Leading scorer on the Crabbers. Averages, around 18 points a game?
18, 19 points a game somewhere there. Tyrod's is averaging 16 points a game in 4 games. And I think Weaver's averaging something like 12 or 13 points a game. So they got 3 people in double figures, in and out.
Ball rims right off of the edge of the rim.
Oh, we got it back at 34.
Nice play on number 34.
Weaver,
that's Bill Weaver
yep.
again. That gives him 11. So he's now in double figures.
He's a junior also, so we'll see him again next year. Here you go, folks. Leading scorer for the Crabbers, Hicks, and he's bringing the ball up. So, it's a ball. Try to feed it inside. A little bit wide on the pass. Trying to get it down low. Let's see what.
37-29.
We got Weaver and Taylor out there as guards. There's Weber. I'm going to tell you, talking about quick.
Good defense by Johnson underneath the hole.
Here comes Holloway bringing it up. Now, like you said.
I tell you what, they had a Crabber that was cutting across the middle of the lane there, and he didn't see him, but he was wide open. That wide open player, by the way, was Chris Johnson, 44. There goes Hicks to the drive.
Call
he
a
calls a charge on that call.
Hey.
So Hicks is going to pick up his second foul. Let's see if we can see that again. I thought the defense had slid under.
Yeah,
Here's a perfect view of it. Let's see if the defense.
He's moving. Yeah, he moves right into him.
Yep.
Moves right into him. Everybody should have seen that with the official, I guess. But
37-29 still. 6:25 to go here.
8-point game. 2 points apiece so far.
Ball up is number 5. That's Adrian Webb for the Bruins.
You see Coach Brower's going to talk about that. Nice little floater. 34.
That's Bill Weaver again as he's lighting it up now with 13.
Yes, he is. Nice little floater right there.
13 points.
There's Hicks throwing up. Missed a shot. Nobody under for rebound. Webb comes down with the ball. And he's their quickest man out there.
Tony run.
Oh, that's a three-pointer by 23.
3-point play by Jontel Evans. Touched that lead right on down to 3 points. Crabbers call a timeout quick here to try to stop this, as the Bruins have cut that lead from 8 down to 3 here now.
About 40 seconds. And one thing I've noticed is he's got Hicks bringing the ball up, and this is a man that's been scoring inside. Here's a replay. Just kick it out. That's the name of the game right there. Nice follow through. Shoot at the top. Nothing but cutting. That stayed up so long it came down wet, didn't it? I'm telling you what, that's too high. That was up there. Nice, sweet shot, little fadeaway.
5:54 to go here in the third quarter. 37-34. Crabbers out in front.
Just what the Bethel Bruins need, though. They need to control the tempo.
They're by no means out of this game.
No, they need to control the tempo. That's what Coach Struthers said. If we can control the tempo and play at our pace, we can be in this game. Hey, it's a 3-point game, folks. 5:54 to go in the third quarter. Hampton had it up to its high as 8 or 9, and now it's down to 3 in the last 40 seconds. Of course, Hicks has been drawing up. He's shot the last 2 times. He's drawn up and shoot jumpers. And no fault, he hits them. He had 29 against Kickotan the other night. So he can play from everywhere.
Were they quiet?
But they were from everywhere. Underneath, rebounding, jump shots. And here's Bethel into a press now, and they stole the ball and missed a shot, and he should have been a foul.
And
that's what happens.
Number 23, Jontel Evans, is going to pick up a rebound foul.
He stole the ball, should have had the shot, and tried to make up for it, and picked up a foul.
That was 2 quick turnovers by the Crabbers, too. That's a contributing factor letting the Bruins back in this game, handling the ball. And here's where the Crabbers are the strongest when Tyrod brings the ball up. And this time he gets called for a carry, and Breyer is just standing there with his head, and he wants to go pick the ball up and hand it to Royce Bowden and says, here you go.
There's 3 turnovers they've been called, 2 for walking we didn't understand. And,
3 of them in the last minute. So the Crabbers are allowing
Bethel back
in this game by via turnovers.
Yep, and they're using that high-low pick. Watch him come off of there and roll to the hole.
There goes Weaver again.
What
great block.
Great jump.
Great
jump
block
ball.
by Chris Johnson.
Yep, should be Bethel's ball, though, I think.
All right. They keep possession of the ball, but he was driving to the hole.
Well, they picked up on that pick and roll. It was an easy pick, screen at the top, and either the pick man holds the ball or he doesn't.
Little alley-oop there on the inbound was a little bit hard. And then Tyrod throws the ball away. That's 4 turnovers.
Yeah, they fed the ball too close. He hits a big man about 3 steps from the basket, and there's about 4 feet away when he hit the ball. But the effort is an attempt to get a score. I mean, he gave up the ball. That's the right thing. It's just a little bit too strong, too close. Bethel controlling the ball.
First time these 2 teams met, remember, the Crabbers came away with a squeaker by 1. Ray Lee passes the ball off.
Nice block.
Chris Johnson gets another block. That's about 5 tonight.
Number 4 goes down, looking for the call.
That was a clean block.
That was nice. It was up above everybody.
He was standing underneath the basket waiting for that one.
Last time I was that high, I was in a plane. Everybody's stealing the ball.
Nice job by Tyrod.
Yep.
Saving the ball. Woo, that was close. That was close to being a backcourt.
Got to be a block.
Foul should be on number 23 of the Bruins.
That was 2 in a row.
Jontel Evans. That's 3.
He's picked up 2 here in the last 30
3
seconds.
on Evans. That's a foul that might haunt him a little bit here early.
Yep.
Got 3 fouls, and they're only 3 minutes into the third quarter here.
I'm going to tell you, Bethel is bodying them up. They're playing them a man zone there is what they're playing. They're coming out there and just matching up every time.
He let a 3-pointer get away from him there. That's Chad Johnson, and there's Hicks again. He gives up a 3. Tyrod on a strong dribble to the hole and a little bit
laid it up off the glass, just a little bit strong. Hey, now that should be a foul.
Somebody's got to be fouling somebody there. And what the heck's the whistle now?
What is he talking about?
You got Royce Bowden standing on the sideline.
We got an official standing there watching it.
And the official all the way over here in the other corner of the court is calling.
Something. We don't know what. We don't know what he's calling. This official was in the next gym when he blew that whistle. I mean, you can't even see him in the picture. The man's broke away, no whistle. So now somebody tell me what he called. What did he call, Blue? There it is again. Nice underneath.
Hicks goes to the hole and scores.
We can't get a call on what was called by that official. That had he been trailing, we'd understand, but he was in the next room when he made that call.
The referee that made the call was standing over here in the corner.
We don't know where
he made some reference to whatever happened over there on the side of the court. He stopped a wide open shot underneath the basket on a breakaway, and Royce Bowden is standing on the sideline over there. Now they're talking about it.
Not 15 feet from the play.
And he was standing on the sideline watching the 2 players going down the court.
Never called a thing.
By the way, they were killing each other.
Here we're going to see it again.
Watch this. Watch them battling each other.
Yeah, it looks like they're
I don't see the ball out of bounds yet.
No, it looks like a defensive corner.
I still don't see the ball out of bounds.
It looks like a corner playing a receiver over there. Now, he ain't blown the whistle yet. He's going up for the shot, and that's where he blew the whistle.
Now he blows the whistle.
But no, we have yet to
what a weird turn of events on that particular play.
That's just be one we'll go, I don't know. I just don't know what happened. I don't know. Nobody wants to tell us either.
The Crabbers eventually
Matthews
get a
inbounding
shot.
the ball.
That's a good job by Meredith.
Jump back into the player.
He did. He did a good job there.
Yep.
The foul, I think it's going to be on 44. Chris Johnson, that's his second.
But I tell you, Bethel's playing smart. They're using a lot of pick and roll here.
Both teams have two
I think
team
that's
fouls.
Matthew's 6 point. Like I told you about him, I watched him the other night. He quietly influences the pace of the game. This young man. Back to a 4-point game. Now 3. Meredith just makes a difference. And they're putting the press on Hampton, which is the surprising part. Hampton is usually the pressing team. Got Hicks outside.
Johnson underneath.
Oh,
What
nice
a
little
job.
play. Nice play.
Great job by Johnson
Yes,
underneath
sir.
to pick up another basket.
5-point lead. Back up for the Crabbers.
He walked.
Yep.
Roy Spout got him.
All right, 5-point lead. Hampton inbounding the ball. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. Hampton hasn't trailed in this game except for the first 2 points. I mean, the body moved right under him on that shot. The official didn't.
Well, Tyrod tried to force that too. There's Meredith for 3. That
And he
cuts it
hits
to
2 points. 2-point game.
it's 10 points for Meredith. Oh, great. Not what a pass that
Nice
was.
pass by Meredith.
That was Holloway.
Holloway, I'll tell you, the low boys are getting fed. Now that's. They are battling underneath,
Is that
folks.
Chris Johnson that got the basket down
Yeah,
here?
I think so, yes.
That's 16 points for him now. 43-39. The Crabbers back out in front by 4.
Bethel staying in that man. Oh, he almost went back court.
Close to turnover. Holloway takes the ball all the way to the court.
To the basket and gets fouled. Draws
I'm
a foul.
looking at Tyrod down here at the back in the backcourt. Looks like he got nailed on that little.
Yeah, official let it go. I mean, he crammed
See if
down
we
right.
can watch him. Actually, watch Tyrod get hit. Oh, no, this was afterwards.
Yeah, this is
This was Holloway driving to the hole, and he gets hammered by 2 players. The foul was called on the Bruins. Meredith, that's his first.
Meredith's brought Bethel back in this game now. He's hit two foul shots and a 3-pointer here in the last minute and 10 seconds or
Holloway
so.
picks up his 10th points, and now he's now in double figures.
Back up to a 5-point game for Hampton. Holloway had three threes in the first half. 2 free throws here. 11 points so far for Holloway. This is Webb. He is quick. Call a foul on the floor on
Like Holloway.
Holloway.
The Holloway's first foul.
Tony Holloway, his first, team third.
Figure out.
Not sure what Coach Struthers was talking about, but he was pointing at the scoreboard.
Talking about 13 fouls against Bethel. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, that's better.
3 fouls for each
Yeah, we
team
should have been
now.
shooting too, Bubba.
I'll say we should have been. Somebody should have been out of the game.
All right, let's see. Hampton coming out. Nope,
Bruins trailing by 6 now, 45-39. There's a pass, nice pass underneath to, what was it, Trey Lee?
yeah, Trey Lee. Yeah, no, Willie.
He's hammered underneath of there.
How many points has Trey got? He's
Who was the foul against? The foul was on Boone, number 40. That's his second. Trey Lee currently has 7 points all in the first half. And he goes to the line and wins that one in.
down to a 5-point game. Here comes with a sub in.
Is that
That's 30 again.
Paul Shaw coming in?
Yeah, that's Paul Shaw coming in for, is that Hicks? No, that's Hicks still out there.
Trey Lee makes both free throws.
Back to a 4-point game. Tyrod's walking up.
Holloway now bringing the ball up the court. Over to Hicks. Hicks drives. Passes the ball to a wide open player, and that was Paul Shaw. And he
just couldn't handle the pass.
Lost the pass. Turnover, Crabbers. There's Meredith on a long three-pointer off the front of the rim. And here comes Tyrod on a 2-on-2. Makes a move off the rim, gets his own rebound again. 3 shots, no good. This is Paul Shaw battling underneath the board.
Jump ball sometime. It'll be Hampton's ball, Hampton's possession.
Tyrod had 3 shots at it underneath
there.
Just
can't get it to go. Can't say the legs are bad. He's hopping right up there with the rest of them.
Yeah. All the way to inbound out of behind the basket. All the way out here to Tyrod. Back
over
to
Holloway in the corner.
Wide open in the corner for a 3.
And he hits it. That's his 4th 3. That's his 4th one of the night, folks. Like I said, when he gets hot, he's scary. There's Meredith over here in the corner.
He's 4 3-pointers for him tonight. A little bit of pressure on that one, and couldn't get it. Nice rebound. That's the way to hang in there. Bill Weaver just stays underneath the basket and battles and finally puts it in. Here we go with Hicks. Over to Holloway. Into the drive to the hole. A little shovel up there. No good. And I tell you what, that's about 4 trips down the court that Paul Shaw's had his hands on the ball and he can't gather it in.
Just not being able to pull it down. Getting up there with it. But,
and Chris Johnson goes out of the game. He's getting a spell relief there, and Holloway throwing the ball in. Hicks on a drive, pass to Shaw, and he misses it. Gets his own rebound. Out to Holloway. Hicks for 3. No, he pulls up and gives it to Holloway, who misses. Bruins number 5, Adrian Webb, to a drive right into the hole. 48-45.
3-point game, folks, and that was a nice move. Nice move. See if Hampton plays. Hampton's going to play for 1. Here comes Webb out on Taylor.
Taylor drives.
Short.
Shoots.
It's short.
Partially blocked.
Wasn't the time to shoot the ball. Double dribble.
Where was that at?
I don't know. He must have hit it with both hands on the turn.
I would have thought that anything it would have been a reach-in foul, but he called it, gives the Bruins a turnover.
So it's Hampton's ball with 17 seconds to go and a 3-point lead. It's as close as this game has been since the first 3 minutes of the game.
Ariel Walker comes back into the game for the Bruins, along with number 12, Stephen Forbes. It's his first time he's come in.
Hampton's going to play with guards out here now. They've got
Holloway, Hicks,
Chambly,
Dickerson. No, I'm sorry, Chambly. That's right.
And Tyrod Taylor. And they got the big man up top handling the ball.
Johnson. This is Hicks. That was a block that wasn't called.
Short.
Holloway.
Short.
Oh, nice rebound by Tyrod, but that's going to do it. Long pass is a shot from way back here.
I have to tell you, on that last one, Tyrod got hit twice while he was in the air.
Didn't get the call.
You ain't going to get that whistle in the last 10 seconds. I don't care. The officials just don't blow the whistle.
At the end of 3, the Crabbers still hold the lead. Down to 3 now, 48-45.
Been as high as 9, now down to 3. And like you said before, the first time they played, it was a 1-point game.
Well, that's one of the things that Coach Brower talked to you about in your pregame meeting with him.
So it's going to be a battle.
He said it was going to be a battle. Back and forth.
Here's that move by Webb. You just watch this little. He just takes it cross-handed, takes a spin now. That's a carry in most places, but you don't have to dribble. He goes all the way from the middle of the foul circle to the
a layup.
Yeah, he walked a half a block. Yeah, he could have got a cab to get that far. But covered a lot of territory, I guess, in one step. That's all I can say.
So far in the first half, Chris Johnson for the Crabbers, 16 points. Reginald Hicks has 12, so he's been held under his average. Holloway has 14. For the Bruins, Bill Weaver leads the way with 15 points. Now, the Bruins get the ball to start the fourth quarter on a rotating ball out.
Meredith there, just see him underneath the man. You're not going to call a block on that. Yes, he is.
Got to be kidding me.
Foul
Everything that's going on out here, folks, all of a sudden you're going to call somebody saying hello to each other.
That goes against Chris Johnson. It's his third.
That's a ticky-tack foul.
Two of them.
Yeah, that's a ticky
He had
foul.
one right there at the end of the third quarter.
Where does that jump step come from? Thank you. Why do you get to do that? When did that happen in basketball? You get to pick it up and then go another 6 feet in the air.
Like a rabbit jump.
Yeah, where do you get that from?
Holloway brings the ball up for the Crabbers.
All right, 3-point game, 7:36 to go. They're doubling the ball now. Doubling the ball. Got Tyrod just standing over here in the corner.
Tyrod takes the ball, drives in, is blocked out. Then Webb does a good job keeping Tyrod away from the basket. Holloway, and he throws the ball away. Nobody went after the ball.
They just kind of looked at it. Come on, guys.
Hicks.
You can overpass here, fellas. That's what's happened there. They're getting a little bit tentative here.
Well, Hicks and Mark Johnson took off after the ball, and they both just stopped and let it go out. So it's another turnover for the Crabbers. 48-45. That's a kick that'll remain possession of the Bruins.
Like I said, this young man Meredith here, I watched him the other night. He brings a tempo to the game, and he quietly will get you 7, 8, 10 points. Gets down low. He's only about 5'9".
Pass out to Bruins number 23, and that ball rattles out. What a pass.
Oh,
and
Jim.
he couldn't handle it. Oh, what was that?
He called a timeout when he was standing out of bounds, but the man's foot was out of bounds. I want to see that again.
I'll tell you what, our camera was sitting right there.
Don't think it will? Think he's in bounds, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we probably didn't get a good angle of it, then that's probably what it is. Because it was kind of
a smart play to get the turnover and call timeout before he actually went out of bounds.
Let me just say he was a long way away when he blew the whistle. So
48-45, Crabbers still hold that 3-point lead.
And it's been that way for over a minute.
It's been that way for a couple of minutes now. 6:51 to go here in the game.
And the Bethel girls are putting on a flip over
somersault.
Yep.
Anybody else?
I was going to go out there, but I don't want to embarrass them. My skirt gets caught up in my shoes, too. Long timeout, full timeouts by Hampton, wasn't it?
6:51 to go here in regulation, 48-45.
I can't tell if Tyrod's tired, but he's stood over here, on offense now. He'd stand there for 10, 15, 20 seconds without moving. So I don't know.
He was standing there watching Reginald Hicks and Holloway run around the top of the key and working their way back before they finally came back to this side. And the Crabbers look like they're a little bit on the tired side right now.
Like I say, 3 games in 4 days. It's a tough schedule. It's pro schedule.
And don't they play again tomorrow?
I don't know if the boys are playing tomorrow or not. I know the girls are. So Bethel's going back out to that spread with a high post now. Oh, there's that step again.
Nice put back by.
Yes, sir.
Who was that, Lee?
Yep.
Cuts the lead to 48-47.
Bethel is manning up, and they're making
Bruins
it work.
have not led this game since they led the opening
2-0.
3-0 on that 3-point shot to start with. And there's another turnover as Mark Johnson drug that pivot foot and gets called for it. So the Bruins have a chance now to get the
lead.
First lead of the game since the opening shot of the game.
Yep.
They battled their way back in here, and they just continue to drive.
Yep.
Again, that's 34 on the play. Bill Weaver, who has basically taken over this game.
I don't understand what's happening here with Tyrod Wise. Is he just getting the rest, or are they just trying to get? Because Bethel is still using their guards to guard the ball. They're not using their big men, while Hampton's using their big men to bring the ball up.
That's nice. Give
feet inside. Hicks gets 2 more.
Picks up his.
Gets the lead back to Hampton by 1.
16 points now for Hicks.
This young man Webb is quick, folks, if you haven't seen him early in the game.
18 points for Bill Weaver for the Bruins, leading all scorers right now. Crabbers out in front, 50-49.
And there was a carry. He called it. Yep.
I tell you what, we are seeing more of those calls this year than I've seen in a long time.
That's one of the emphasis put on by the officials this year, was this carrying the ball and turning it over. And that was one of the things that was discussed at the beginning of the season by the official association.
It looks like the Crabbers are going to call timeout here.
Full. That's one of the things the officials have discussed, and I'm glad to see it. It got to be, sometimes it gets a little bit ridiculous, the carrying the ball. When you can take it and just fold it all the way over, 180 to bring it down the court. It's a whole lot easier.
Seen a lot of that on some of these drives in the hole, too.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I'm concerned about is they just need to make sure that if they're going to call it on one, they got to call it on the other
Just
two.
Be consistent. I don't care what you do. Just be consistent.
They haven't done that tonight. Yeah. Sorry.
If you counted the calls on carrying and walking and stuff like that, it's a very obvious. But that's what they're seeing. That's what they're seeing.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
That's right.
So they can go out there and blow the whistle.
5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter here, folks. It's a one-point game Crabbers way here in the Crabbers gym. This was a one-point game the first time they met this year over at Bethel-Hampton, won it by 1. Now they're back to the guards handling the ball.
Chris Johnson out a little bit too hard. What a rebound there by Hicks.
If they're still controlling the ball on the board.
Ben Sawyer, number 12. He hadn't played a lot tonight, but he's out there at the top of the key. Passes down to Hicks underneath.
Now, I got to say, you watch 24. He's holding the man's jersey.
Oh, man, I tell you what, he was wide open. He should have made a move to the hole. And there's a foul on the Bruins, number 5, Adrian Webb. And looks like Taylor's going to go to the line to shoot three.
That is his second personal team foul.
Must have got him after the shot. Must have moved underneath of him or something. I didn't see it.
Tyrod will go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, he's shooting.
Taylor's just having a hard time getting the ball to go through.
Yeah, it's just a little tired. It's just a little tired. I don't know. Did he fall away on that shot or not? No. There you go. Golly day. Just having a tough night tonight, folks.
He only has 5 points on the night, and they were all in the first half. It's that third one.
2-point game now, the Crabbers. That could have been the exchange. Weber with the ball. Quickness on quickness here. Tyrod's covering him. Oh, did you see those feet?
He moves his feet a little bit in order to set himself up.
Yep. I didn't see that.
Didn't the Hampton player touch the ball?
I thought so. That's what I'm saying. I thought the Hampton player touched the ball.
I thought Tyrod pushed it out. If Tyrod touched it and pushed it into the backcourt.
Let's see it.
It happened before that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Tyrod carrying the ball around now.
Oh.
Left that one short. Taylor on a rebound. Who's he throwing it to? And then the ball's thrown out of bounds, and Tyrod did not go after it.
Well, he was led a little bit too much. Ball was thrown to the corner. Tyrod was about 8 feet up the line. And Tyrod's tired. He's got no. He hadn't sat down. He's been out of the game yet. He's tired. Here they're that high pick and roll here. You watch. It comes off of it. You see that walk? He walked.
He most certainly walked.
He called a foul on the floor, but he definitely walked before he put that ball down.
That foul's going to be against number 12, Ben Sawyer. That's his first.
Number 12, Ben Sawyer.
6 fouls on the Crabbers and 4 on Bethel. Watch him get this ball off of this pick. Watch this. He took a full step before he put the ball down.
Dick Campbell is into the lineup now for the Crabbers. Bruins almost threw that one away. Tyrod on the rebound. Now he ought to just take his time and bring it up the court.
Holloway over here in the corner calling for the ball.
A little bit late getting there.
Late getting it there. Hicks with a rebound, and he's stripped by Meredith. He's stripped by Meredith. He's making a difference in the game, folks. I'm telling you, this young guy. Oh, nice.
Nice block underneath. Didn't see who got his hand on. We were blocked out.
There he is. There's Holloway. That's his 5th three. That's his 5th three.
17 points now for Holloway. 6-point Crabber lead. Bruins just won't go away, though.
That's an offensive foul right there.
Turnover on the Bruins.
So there was Holloway.
Hicks take it to the hole. Oh, Chris Johnson comes back and puts the ball in.
7-point lead all of a sudden. That three-point play was big for the Crabbers, Mike. That three-point play by Holloway, exciting. That was his 5th three-pointer tonight. And
Reginald Hicks went to the basket right there, and the Bruins didn't even see him coming.
Well,
and
look the other way.
Players under the hole were looking in the opposite direction, and he just laid it off the ball, off the backboard too hard. Luckily for the Crabbers, Chris Johnson was there
on
to
the
put
other
it
side
back in.
and clean. Nobody. Yeah, you'll see some of this here on film. Watch this replay.
Now here's the play right here.
See, they're looking away. Goes up.
Puts
They're both on that side, and there's 44 for Hampton. Chris Johnson just cleans it up.
See, 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go
Back
in
up.
regulation. Crabbers back out front by 7 now. We're gonna have a cheerleading war here
cheer
now.
off
I
here.
guarantee you. The Bethel Bruins just started, and I guarantee you the Crabbers are going to come back.
Well,
It usually happens.
I
Here
know,
we go.
but the athletic director sometimes does not let that happen. The Crabber athletic director, I just might quash that. We don't need that incentive. Now this is, well, you see what's happening here? They're having to go over, the buzzer goes, and they're having to go over and tell them. Now I like what the official did here in the middle of the third quarter. He set the ball down.
Well, that's exactly what Royce is going to do.
Yep.
He has to. It's the end of a timeout, and neither team's out on the court. He needs to be putting it down.
And start to count. You start to count.
And he's going to wait till they both get on the court to go now. So
Yep.
I guess he does it after the end of a basket. 56-49, Crabbers out by 7, 2:35 to go here in the fourth quarter.
All right, we got Nicholas Chamberlain in there to play a little defense. Giving somebody a rest. Right.
Webb on the drive to the hole.
I don't know
Leaves it
that-
short, and I believe he's pushed. It might be Holloway.
Foul is on number 14, Cody Holloway.
That's his second.
That is his second personal team.
And that's going to put Weber to the line.
Webb.
Webb to the line, that's right.
Adrian Webb, this is his first trip to the line.
He's a shooter, though.
And Webb makes his first.
He's got 1 or 2 3-pointers tonight, doesn't he, Webb?
None.
None.
He has
It was Meredith's got the
got
3
5 points now in the game. Leaves that one short, but it does get the roll. It goes in 56-51. Holloway brings the ball up. No, that's not Holloway. That's number 4, Chambliss. Somebody needs to move. There's Hicks. And if he doesn't get rid of the ball soon, he was going to have a
Tyrod with the ball.
Hicks. And there's Johnson underneath the basket, wide open. They get
Nice
it to
little
him.
pass. Give and go. 2 and 40. Nice play.
Tell you what, we're
Johnson
going
to
to
Johnson.
have to pick players of the games here shortly. Oh, nice putback. Bill Weaver.
Nice.
Who hit that?
Hicks took it right back down court. 60-53. They're exchanging here now. Yeah, we're going to need to look at players of the game here, buddy.
Ooh, I thought that was a
turnover. I thought so, too. Oh, I ain't no doubt about that. He missed it.
He's battling.
That's a walk.
walk because he went down to the floor and he got away with it.
He called a travel. He called a jump ball. Okay. Yeah,
Now
the
he's
official
gonna
underneath called the travel first.
him because it's definitely a travel first.
Called the travel first. I don't think there's any doubt about that one right there. But, yeah, I think we're I think we're in the game now. Absolutely.
Minute and 19 to go here, 60-53.
7-point game. Now, I have to tell you, Bethel got it down and took a 1-point lead here with about 5 minutes to go in the game. And then Hampton came out in the press.
Timeout, Hampton.
Crabbers take time out.
I think it's their final.
This is a good time to give our player of the game. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely right. And while before you do that, let me just say that it comes from Tidewater Team Sports over at 11839B Cannon Boulevard in Oyster Point. If you need anything embroidery, anything in sports, jerseys, slacks, any kind of stuff like any kind of work done for your softball, baseball teams, contact Tidewater Team Sports. Get Terry McNamara, Dave Chubb. Funny people over there having fun. Here's some e-play, by the way. But as we do this, People, if you need anything sports attire, please contact Tidewater Team Sports. They really support our high school programs here in Hampton. All right, now tell us who we got here, buddy.
Our players of the game tonight, folks, is for the Hampton Crabbers. Chris Johnson underneath has been dominant both offensively and defensively. 22 points on tonight. And for the Bethel Bruins, Bill Weaver. Also been very instrumental offensively and defensively with rebounding and scoring. He has 20 points. Those are our player of the game for today's contest.
Bethel, and good games. I'm going to tell you what, folks, we've seen a good game here tonight.
Well, look at Tony Holloway. 5 threes in the game, 17 points. He's done a great job shooting the ball from the outside.
And the thing about it is they've come at crucial time. Bethel down to 1-point game, 2-point game. All of a sudden he pops 3. It's back up to 5. In the first half there, he hit 2 that just seemed to knock Bethel back for a few minutes, and Hampton went out there 9, 10, 12 points there for a few minutes.
So the Crabbers get the ball now after the turnover by the Bruins. Passes to Hicks, and he is
foul on 24. They're going to fouling now. Let's see who's
24 is Trey Lee. That's his first.
And that's going to put Hicks on the line. No time off the clock. Is it? No, it's not yet, is it?
Could be. No, that's only their 15th foul.
He's got to get it across here, folks. There you go.
There's another foul on Weaver. That'll be Weaver's first foul. They know who the players are that need to be getting the fouls, because that's 2 fouls they've given away right there, and neither one of them had a foul prior to that play.
Right. Not only that,
next foul, they go to the line, though. Hicks, there's a wide open Johnson over there. He picks the ball up, and there's Hicks in the corner. He gets put down straight to the floor.
Meredith, that's number 14. I think it's his second or third.
That is his second. Team 7.
Goes down shooting 1 and 1.
Hicks will shoot 1 and 1 now.
And they've only taken 13 seconds off the clock to get those 3 fouls.
But yeah, they had to get 3 fouls to get them into the 1-on-1 situation.
And it only took them 13 seconds. So they still got 1:06 to go. 1 and 1, and they miss it. And Hicks goes right there and gets the rebound and puts it back. 3 Bethel players couldn't decide who to take it, and Hicks just went in and got it. That was big,
9-point
folks.
lead by the Crabbers. Ball just won't go in for the Bruins.
This will not go down.
Hicks on the rebound. This is Holloway coming down the line. Gets the ball over to Johnson, to Hicks, to tie right in.
Oh, nice play.
Couldn't ask for a better situation.
No, sir, that's pass to the ball.
Pass to the open player.
Nice shot by Webb.
Who was it?
Webb. No, was that 23? I thought that was Webb.
Evans gets the basket. Timeout is now called by the Bruins. 33.8 seconds left.
9-point game.
9-point Crabber lead as they kind of blew it open a little bit here.
We've had a total of 14 fouls called. Here's that last shot. He just drives to the bucket. Watch this. Just going to go by everybody. Hampton's kind of playing loose. They don't want to put him on the line. They don't want to give him points with the clock not running.
Oh.
So they're playing smart. Let him go in and eat clock up. 64-55 with 33.8 to go. Hampton will go to 12 and 1, I think. Or
12 and 1 in the district. They'll go to 14 and 2 overall.
Yep.
They will continue to at least share the lead, depending upon what Woodside or Mitchville do, because all 3 of them were tied coming into the game.
In the district standings, yep.
Mitchville lost to Hampton, and Woodside knocked off the Crabbers. How you doing, man?
Yep, it's a tight game here. The ball's getting ready inbound here. Hampton's ball. Into number 4, Chambley.
As he is fouled underneath, and I have no clue who fouled him because we can't
Everybody's leaving, folks. That's on Webb, they said. That'll put Chambley on the line.
That picks up his 3rd foul.
And he's just another sophomore, folks, for Coach Brower.
Chambley now goes to the line to shoot 1 and 1. This is his first attempt at the line. I tell you, looking at the Crabbers' free throws, they haven't been too good tonight.
Well, when they played Warwick, they were 6 for 15.
Makes the first.
Warwick was 17 for 32.
It made 7.
Shot how many?
I got to count it. I got to wait to see what he does here. 8-8.
Makes them both. All right, 11-point game here.
8 for 14 at the line.
Well, Webb just put a little move on it and took it to the hole, and it went in.
And it falls in. And he'll get 3-point attempt.
Foul on 44.
That's Johnson, his fourth.
That is his fourth.
Down to 26.9 seconds left in the game as Webb will go to the line now to shoot for the 3-point. 2 for 2 in the game so far at the line.
Folks, we've had a good game here tonight. I don't know what the buzzer's about, but they changed their mind on something. You can't see. That's what it is. Scoreboard can't see.
They're telling the officials that they need to get the floor cleared off
Watch
so they
this
can
shot
see.
off the backboard replay. I mean,
That ball almost went out of the court.
Went out of vision, I'll tell you that, and came back.
It hit the actual top of the board and rang in.
Satellite had to pull its antennas in to come down, I'm telling you. But that's a smart play for a small player to learn to use that glass. That makes a 6-foot player 6'4".
We're not real sure what's going on. The
scorekeeper couldn't see what was going on when they were shooting the free throws. I don't know if it's 5 fouls or something. They're still having a discussion. Maybe where they're going to dinner. I don't know. They don't know who the foul was on. Explaining to Coach Brower, something's happened here. We don't know.
We have a 9-point Crabber lead, 66-57. Either way, it looks like the scorer's table can now see the game.
Yep.
There's nobody standing in front of them, so we'll carry on here.
And he missed it on purpose, and Hampton got the ball.
Holloway, and gets
A jump ball.
a jump ball out of it.
It was
Good
Bethel's
job.
ball, yeah.
Great job by the Bruins.
That's Meredith. That's a young man I was talking about. He just makes a difference on the floor. I don't know how many points he got, but he's stolen it a couple of times. He's hit a three. I thought he hit a three.
Meredith wasn't even a starter on the team.
No, he doesn't start.
And he sure has played a lot. That's a three-pointer that's off the back of the rim.
Hicks just went up above.
Hicks went way over top of everybody
Meredith
to get
laying
that
on the floor and got tripped Hicks.
Foul is on number 5, Adrian
Webb, that's his fourth. Third.
It's got to be his fourth because he put up the third one. Thank you.
I'll help you out.
I was going to say he put the fourth one up a little while ago, or the third one up a little while ago. Either way, 20 seconds left. Still a 9-point lead as Hicks goes
I got
to
a
the line.
photographic memory. I just can't get it developed. I mean, I can tell you what happened.
9 team fouls now as that one rattles in, and he'll get the second one.
Tell him we've had some good basketball here tonight.
That's 21 now for Hicks as he goes for number 22.
He's their leading scorer. That's right. Thank you. As the man said, I can't get that good
off the back of the rim,
film.
and he almost got his own rebound.
Yep. Again, he got it
Here's
before.
Webb going down the court. Passes the ball off to Lee, who hits the front of the rim, and it's
Chamberlain gets
good.
the rebound. And everybody's after it. And that's Tyrod. You're going to fire Tyrod. All right, set.
Tyrod will go to the line now. He'll shoot.
7 seconds. He was 1 for 3 the last time he was there. But he's tired, folks. I got to tell you, this man has played not sat down during the game.
Who did he call out on Webb?
I think so, for the 4th straight game.
Fifth foul for Webb as he goes out. Sorry.
That's all right. They're just coloring my pants.
Give you.
I can shout it out. Yep, Webb's out of the game.
Webb's out of the game as Coach Struthers is taking his time putting that
But you know,
fifth player
let me just
back
say this
in.
real quick. Struthers has only got 1 senior on his whole team.
They're
And this is his
scrappers.
first year back. He's playing way above 500 ball with a team last year that lost a lot of talent.
yeah.
In 6'8" and
What were
6'7".
they,
28 and 1. Lost in the regionals, semifinals.
And Taylor makes his first.
And
Taylor
lost,
hits that one.
and lost all that. He's coming here in his first year, and he's created a contending team with youth.
Gives Taylor 9. He needs this to get double figures.
And he gets it.
And look at the difference in those 2 free throws than when he had the 3 earlier. 69 to 57.
Tyrod is not going down.
Tyrod is tired.
Yep.
Well, that's it. Final score here at Hampton High School. The Crabbers take care of business here with the Bethel Bruins by 12 points, 69 to 57.
Great game, Mike. Enjoyed it.
Good game. It was a lot of fun to watch this game.
Good game tonight. And I
Bethel
hope
played well in the second half, well enough to get the
1-point
lead
lead.
back down
Yeah.
to 1 point, and then
they took it to 1-point lead. They
Yep.
got it.
and the Bruins kind of lost gas, I guess, in the last 5 minutes of the
Hampton
game.
went from a tentative press to a full press.
And that made a difference in
Yep.
the game as the Crabbers poured it on in the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter to
Holloway,
take it 59.
key three-pointer.
12-point
Thanks again,
lead.
folks. It's been a great night here.
Mike
We've enjoyed
Hauser,
it.
along with Brent Musgrove and the rest of the
Down
group here
46
at-
crew.
That's right.
We've enjoyed it.
Take care, and we will see you maybe during playoffs. Take care.